Man, it's got a great driving groove to it. Similar, it doesn't sound like 80s, like post-punk necessarily, except for that sort of driving beat. It doesn't have the vibe of it, but that beat, that driving sort of vibe, very post-punk, 80s post-punk. I'm really enjoying this so far. And welcome to the Rock Radar. My name is Smitty, and my quest through space to open rock and roll minds. And you could have your rock and roll mind open too. You never know. But this is about me, primarily music that I've never heard before. Your favorite band that nobody knows about. I'm trying to find the great rock and roll that has escaped me my entire life. And this is only from 2022, but I've missed it so far. So we're going to listen to Royel Otis, courtesy of a friend of mine who recommended this band. Name of the song, Oysters in My Pocket. And it was, I think, recommended that they cover Linger from the Cranberries, which I'm very familiar with. And I'm like, I don't want to listen to a cover for the first time when I listen to a band for the first time. So we're going with, from the Bar and Grill album, I do believe, 2022, Oysters in My Pocket. But before we get into that, I'm all about this. My entire existence is geared towards this project. Hopefully you check it out, the Smitty Learns Irish Pubcast. For more than half of my life, I've dreamed of Ireland. Drawn to it in a way I can't explain. At first it was the obvious, the scenic beauty, the music, the Guinness. Then over time it became so much more. The vibe, the people, the history, and that's what hooked me. Also, clearly, I am not actually an Irishman.
Too sexy pose.
But on April 1st, 2026, the dream becomes a reality as I close up shop in the Smith Hole and take off on the adventure of my lifetime. Over the course of a year, I'll hike that beautiful island and tell its story, town by town. Each town I stop in, I'll conduct an interview in a pub with people that can tell the story of that particular town while discovering all the things. All the things you're supposed to do in Ireland, then all the things you don't know, like where the locals go. Basically, I'm going to try to make friends with an entire country. And if that goal doesn't sound lofty enough, I'm also going to attempt to learn the Irish language. If you'd like to support the project, basic Patreon support is only $3 a month. And if you're Irish and want to help me network and act as a liaison, hit me up. This is a huge bucket list goal, and I need all the help I can get. The Smitty Learns Irish Pubcast begins April 2026, and I can't wait. Sláinte. And yeah, please consider liking and subscribing to that channel and that journey, and this journey as well. This channel, please like and subscribe. A lot of bands, like I said, that are not mainstream, not big bands. Your favorite band that nobody knows about. So getting this channel into the algorithm can expose other people to maybe bands that they've never heard of before. You never know. Oysters in My Pocket. Let's roll. Royel Otis. No idea what this is going to sound like. Catchy. Man, it's got a great driving groove to it. Similar, it doesn't sound like 80s, like post-punk necessarily, except for that sort of driving beat. It doesn't have the vibe of it, but that beat, that driving sort of vibe, very post-punk, 80s post-punk. I'm really enjoying this so far. Loving the bass in here, man. I don't want to say it's a trope. A lot of newer alternative rock and punk that I've listened to has a similar sort of, and I think it's just a sign of the times. It's not a trope. That driving beat. I have so many songs and movies over the last 10 years or so that I've heard have a similar sort of vibe. I actually really, really enjoy it. And I didn't think that I would before I started hearing it a lot of times. The more I listen to newer rock and roll that has a similar vibe, hitting the fucking microphone, newer rock and roll that has a similar vibe, I really find myself gravitating towards that. Oh, it sounded like little birds chirping in there. Let's bring that back. Yes, please. I'll take some more from that band. Thank you very much. Oysters in My Pocket from Royel, Otis. I think, I heard that. I'd heard them described as sort of weird. There wasn't anything necessarily weird about that. Some fun things, man. Some cool impact moments within the song. And then again, I could just sit and listen to that beat, that vibe. Just sit here all day and just listen to it. It is so infectious. And I'm glad I listened to it. I'm glad it was recommended to me. I'm glad I listened to it. I'm glad you checked it out with me. So please consider liking and subscribing and following the journey. I would really appreciate it. I appreciate you anyway. You don't have to. But if you did, it's all the better. And I'm out. Have a good one. Thank you so much.